and just think outside the box and get the views.
Oscar De La Hoya wastes my time.
Boxing is the best, the purest, the most beautiful sport in the world when the best fight the best.
Oh, I mean, I think he should go down and win a title at 160 because he won at 47, 40, 54, 68. Go get 60 and you got to close it out. That's fine.
Us fighters who get in the ring and risk our lives, you know, there's enough pie for everyone to pass around.
Oscar De La Hoya just dropped a powerful warning for Terence Crawford, and it's not about punches or training. He says once a fighter starts making 7 or 8 figures near the end of their career, mistakes become inevitable. Crawford just conquered Canelo Alvarez and reached the mountaintop, but according to De La Hoya, that victory opened a dangerous new chapter. Today, we're breaking down his chilling message and why a fight with Jermell Charlo might be more trap than test. Remember, Oscar was one of the few who predicted Crawford would destroy Canelo.
It's just Canelo, which I feel Crawford will win.
Yeah. Okay.
But it'll be...
In an interview with Ariel Helwani, De La Hoya said he wasn't shocked by the outcome at all. He didn't just call the winner. He explained why Crawford would win, days before the fight even happened.
Yeah. I was not surprised at all. I mean, I called it, I don't know how many days before.
Having known Canelo for years, Oscar confidently said, "I know Canelo. I know exactly what he can handle and what he can't."
Promoted him. I know exactly what he cannot handle and what he can handle, where he looks great and where he doesn't. And Crawford was the perfect opponent or fighter to derail the train. That was the bottom line. You move on Canelo just a little bit.
That insider knowledge gave De La Hoya the confidence to see the end of the Canelo era coming. This wasn't luck, it was experience. He broke Canelo down like a chess piece, pointing out that Canelo struggles when you force him to move. His feet are stuck in cement, Oscar said, making him an easy target for a technical genius like Crawford.
Makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you, I told you so.
I tell you!
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. The f was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
During a Throwback Thursday segment, De La Hoya doubled down, saying Crawford toyed with Canelo and made him look foolish. He dismissed all excuses about age, reminding fans that Crawford is actually older than Canelo.
Made him look silly. And before you start with your... Just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here. Look, I promoted Canelo's entire career.
Put some respect on it.
And it was a huge fluff.
How do you like them apples?
The only real fighters he's faced were Mayweather, Bivol, and Crawford. And they all toyed.
This analysis matters because it separates Crawford's brilliance from Canelo's flaws. Crawford didn't just win, he exposed a weakness. But that same weakness might not exist in his next opponent.
It'll silence a lot of doubters. Not all of them, but it'll silence a lot of doubters. And he can move on to the next challenge. And then that next challenge is possibly a top 10 in the world.
Charlo could be even more dangerous. The smaller Charlo has speed and fights harder, and he's in your face. It's a great payday for him, and he's obviously he took that into consideration when making the decision. It's going to be a tough task. I mean, 2 weight divisions is historical if he wins, and 2 weight divisions if he loses, he has the perfect excuse.
That's the real danger. When Helwani asked if Crawford should retire on top, Oscar's answer was a sharp no. Why? Because now Crawford's tasted those massive paydays. That's the biggest threat. Not a punch, not a jab, but money. Oscar said once fighters hit that level, mistakes follow. The hunger fades, the comfort grows, and the decisions get sloppy. The danger isn't in training, it's in motivation.
Thing at maybe retirement. Do you think he
was he
retires? No.
Not at all.
Now he's making the big bucks, right?
Well, now he has a taste of 7 figures, you know, 8 figures, whatever it might be. Once you get a taste of that, towards the end of your career,
That's when greatness turns into greed. Picture it. You're Terence Crawford, fresh off beating boxing's biggest star, phones ringing nonstop, money pouring in. That's exactly the danger zone. And De La Hoya says a fight with Jermell Charlo could be the mistake that changes everything. Charlo isn't flat-footed. He's a natural 154-pounder with power, speed, and a chip on his shoulder after losing to Canelo. A perfect setup for disaster. High risk, easy to overlook.
What's up, guys? Canelo Charlo, super boring fight. I mean, he just showed up for a paycheck. Canelo, obviously, like I said, on quicksand, throwing bombs. He won easy. But anyway, look, if we want boxing to survive, if we want boxing to thrive, we need super fights. Like all the time. Fighters must fight each other. We have to come together. Promoters, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum, whoever's out there, let's come together. I'm calling you out. Let's come together. Let's meet the power of the minds and come up with something, because boxing can die. I'm calling you.
Crawford's biggest threat might not be Charlo's skill. It's underestimating him. Charlo has already felt the raw power at super middleweight and learned from it. After losing to Canelo, he admitted Canelo's explosive. Maybe I felt it more because it was my first fight at that weight. He even said he wished he'd bulked up more. Charlo's not going anywhere, and now he knows what 168 power feels like.
So I'm not going nowhere, and you know, just jump right into it. And you know, Canelo's a motherfucking beast. You know what I'm saying? He's an ox. You know, maybe I felt that more because of the fact that you know, this is my first time at that weight division. I wish I could have gained a little bit more weight in between the you know, from the weigh-in to that time, but I can't control my body, and I can't, you know, but like God had this already written, and you know, I'm glad that I was in there with, you know, to put on the performance for Showtime pay-per-view.
In your perspective, why don't you think he could have stopped Charlo?
no, he could have stopped Charlo. He should have. I mean, you don't. First of all, you had a fighter who was there just for the payday, literally. I mean, he's in the biggest stage of his life. Go out there and take some risks. You know, fight hard. People paid their money. People buy it on pay-per-view. Fight hard. Because when you fight hard, you don't lose anything. When it's a great fight, there's no loser.
Crawford started at 135. Charlo's been through the fire at 168. That difference matters. Charlo's words about Canelo's power were a warning shot to Crawford. You don't know what you're walking into. A stronger, wiser Charlo is no joke. And Oscar wasn't impressed with his performance against Canelo either. He called it boring and said Charlo showed up just for the paycheck.
Would anybody say that's a 50-50 fight? Canelo got good inside game, but he gonna have to get past Charlo long arms. And Charlo, he can use his reach good. He's strong. He got a good jab. It's a toss up with me.
That's going. Charlo got that punching power. I'm just gonna say that.
I think Charlo's gonna take it. The reason why I say that is because he's just on the.
But that embarrassment changed him. The Charlo who fights Crawford won't be the same man who froze against Canelo. He'll come hungry, desperate, and fearless, the most dangerous version of himself. Crawford's genius is built on reading predictable fighters, but Charlo fighting for redemption? That's chaos, and chaos is unpredictable. De La Hoya's warning stands. Never underestimate a man who's been humbled.
Is for freaking lame.
Why?
Just because it was all staged. I mean, come on, guys. Look, if you want to see Canelo pissed off, take a look at my press conference
Yeah.
right now with Munguia and Canelo. That's Canelo pissed off.
Oscar De La Hoya wasted my time with this question.
Yeah, we saw Oscar De La Hoya trying to say that the fight was going to take place maybe in the daytime.
Yeah, this is what I want from you to say his name. I decide with Dana White to have a breakfast in MGM at 10 a.m. inshallah. Then we will go to the arena to have the fights quick, and after that we will go dinner to Carbon, and in the night we will watch Conjuring because it will launch in September. Oscar De La Hoya wastes my time with this question. Of course, this is in the peak. This is the boxing, the sport #1 in the world.
Critics say Crawford's record is padded, that he beat a smaller Gamboa, a damaged Brook, a recovering Benavidez, and a post-accident Spence. They even claim Canelo was past his prime. But that argument falls apart under one truth. Elite ring IQ beats everything. As fans on Reddit pointed out, only fighters with elite IQ, Mayweather, Bivol, and now Crawford, have truly exposed Canelo. Crawford doesn't rely on timing or luck. He dissects opponents mentally. The real question isn't about his resume, it's whether his IQ can solve the puzzle of a bigger, hungrier Charlo.
Canelo fight. Why didn't you like that fight?
Because it was boring.
What?
I mean, when a fighter throws one punch, when two fighters throw one punch in one round, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I'm a fighter who has been in there, in the line of fire, throwing 100 punches around. Like, the fans want to be entertained. So that was my critique, is coming from a fighter, coming from a world champion.